Hey everybody, welcome to a very solo edition of Omnibros Live here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. I'm kidding. I'll be joined momentarily by another one of my fabulous co-hosts. So welcome. I had to start a little bit early because I can't be on too long tonight. Apologies for that. But welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you, as always, to the chat. Lively as always, even before we go live. That is awesome. I love every single one of you. Yeah, let's do this. Minko already with the awesome info. Did you guys see the Fantagraphics is reprinting the complete 8-ball hardcover? I did not know that, but I do have a link that I can share so we can talk about it, right? So my name's Gio from A Week in Geekdom. I talk about anime, manga, books, all that fun stuff. And yeah, welcome to the show. Let me remind you that this fabulous episode is sponsored by the kind folks at InStockTrades.com. IST, as the folks like to say. Basically, your home for all things collected editions, whether it's an omnibus, a hardcover, trade paperback, an absolute, a complete box set, complete collections, epic collection, manga, whatever it may be. When it comes to collected editions, you got to head on to In Stock Trades, man. The best discounts, wonderful prices, great customer service, and great packaging too. That's at InStockTrades.com. And while I'm at it, let me remind everybody that next Monday, if everything goes smoothly, we will be giving out our monthly $50 gift card courtesy of InStockTrades.com. It is open to everybody, international waters, whatever, wherever you may be. You can participate, have fun with us, talking, chatting, all that fun stuff, talking about comics. So thank you once again to the sponsor of this episode, InStockTrades.com, your home for all things collected editions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so Lou is going to jump on board in a couple minutes. I just had to start a little bit earlier. And Jess isn't feeling too well, so he will be back later. So I am hosting this thing, right? No mouth harp, post-bellum omnidog. Sorry. Although, I have to admit, I would be interested in owning a mouth harp. Just saying. But I'm not going to use it on this show or anything. It's just for the lulz, as the kids say. Do people still say that? I don't know. So, yeah. What's coming out this week? I could get started with that. Not a whole lot. And we still have the thingamajig with Diamond, if I remember correctly. Let me pull that up for you guys. Because if you go to the previews tab, which we use free of charge, they have nothing listed for this week. So I had to do a little digging. I don't know if I got everything. It seems like it's a small week. I'm not too sure. But, yeah. Let me Google something here real quick. Because don't remember. I don't remember what the page was that I used. Da, da, da. Oh, here it is. Diamond Comics updates. Okay. So if you go to their website, so if you go to play spoons, that'd be fun. I could do that. I used to play bass guitar growing up, and flutes, and a little bit of drumming. But don't tell anybody. I don't remember anything. I don't remember. I stopped practicing and I forgot all the skills and all that stuff. So if I share my screen here, there we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's the website, right? The if you want to check it out yourself, it is diamondcomicsupdates.com. What a way to start the show. All right. So product changes November 16th through the 22nd. Uh, uh, yeah, all this stuff, which I don't know anything about, but you can read that. And you can read this, which has info on the FOC section and all that fun stuff. So, yay. If you go to the previews, you're not going to get anything. And look, I'm going to show you, right? You go to previews and you hit new releases for this week, and you got zip, zero, and nada. So I had to do some research from other websites and other listings, from the Penguin Random House to the Amazons to whatever, Lunar, all that stuff, to get all the stuff. I got it. Don't worry, guys. Tasty Melon has cheap graphic novels shipped anyone there. Something is killing the children deluxe edition yet? Good question. I hope they did. I swear I can hear mouth up. Teet, welcome, welcome. True graphic novel evening, Gio. I'm doing all right. I bumped my foot earlier, and it kind of hurts, but I'm doing okay. Aside from that, Lionheart, thank you for joining. My ex, did I read this? I did, but it's still funny anyways. I'll read it again. My ex-wife's nickname was Mouthheart. Hey Gio, have you seen Ghostbusters Afterlife? I'm gonna lose a little bit of old school geek cred here. Not really a fan of Ghostbusters. I tried watching them. I watched them as a kid. Not, not. I don't know. I like ghosts and I like stories about ghosts, but it's fine. I thought it was okay. I didn't. I don't have a huge nostalgia or love for the franchise like other people. I didn't grow up on it. That's what I should say. But I am looking forward to the movie. I do want to see it. It looks fun. Did not know you were into ACDC. Threw this in at the last minute. I apologize. It's all raggedy. I apologize for that. Yeah, I like all kinds of music. Well, not all kinds, but I do like some rock. What? Yeah, sorry. Yikes.
Hey,
And here to save me from all of this shaming is my buddy Comics Guide. How you doing?
hey man, how's it going?
I just told everybody that I'm not a fan of Ghostbusters, and Raphael just went mad. Like, what? Because they were asking if I'm going to see the Afterlife movie. I do, but I don't really have any nostalgia over the franchise, so I'm just indifferent towards it.
Huh? Okay. I mean, I love the first Ghostbusters.
Yeah. So how you been? What's up? How you doing?
Man, it's been busy. We're coming up on that.
Ooh,
Yeah, coming up on that Thanksgiving break, and we're moving this week, so it's been a bunch
ooh.
of stuff happening.
Beautiful chaos.
Oh, absolutely, man. But wouldn't change it for anything else right now.
Hell yeah,
It's
man.
the best thing. To do.
Do you know by any chance? Because Miko said this earlier. Underscore 235, the eBay comic seller. Free plug. There you go. Hi guys, did you see the Fantagraphics is reprinting the complete 8 ball? So my question is, have you read the complete 8 ball?
No, 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 no.
Let
First
me
off,
share the
that
screen here.
that is a brilliant name because you just get all the marketing in that for free. And no, I've never read Eight Ball. I've heard very strong things about it. I've been recommended it in the past, but it's one of those on my massive to read books that I should read, along with a
Yeah.
few other key things.
Well, apparently the hardcover's coming back. It's being
Mhm.
reprinted, which is great for everybody.
Yes, it
I
is.
do know that the trade paperback version is scheduled for spring of next year, if I remember correctly. It
Hmm.
was either May or June or something like that.
Okay.
But I did not know that the hardcover was being reprinted. So that's nice.
Hmm.
It's $120. Damn,
Damn.
that's a lot of money.
That's pretty beefy for. Jeez. What? Wait. That is $120. Man,
Yeah, that's a lot.
it
But
almost.
it's Fantagraphics. I'm betting it's like limited compared to Image or Boom or Marvel or whatever. So I kind of get it. Uh,
Hmm.
before I show any hauls and whatnot, did you get anything or read anything that you want to talk about?
No. I mean, I haven't really read anything in the last few days. Like I said, it's been kind of a
Yeah, you've
blur.
been busy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been kind of a blur. The thing that I have on my tablet that I'm dying to sit down with is the final issue of Immortal Hulk
Ooh,
because
nice.
yeah, Kate starts his run this week. Yeah, Wednesday. So I'm looking forward to wrapping that up and then starting Kate's run sometime this week. But aside from that, haven't read anything. Started Guardians of the Galaxy the game, which is oh man,
Nice.
it's so good. It's so much fun.
Nice. Um, I wanted to ask about
Hmm.
Hulk. How many issues is the run total?
50.
50? I
Hmm.
got some reading to do because I've only read like 12.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm out. But I need to do that because I did like the first hardcover. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it's 50 issues. I don't think there's a bad issue in the bunch. I with the with the exception of issue 49. Wasn't a fan of issue 49, but that's because he does a kind of Watchmen style, very prose heavy issue where it's just mounds of text that you're reading, and each page is basically just one splash and a
Yeah.
wall of text, and it's like Jesus, this is kind of a slog to get through.
Wow.
Yeah. So from a writing perspective, it's impressive he did it, but from a reading perspective, I got through it and I was like, oh my god, I want to get through this issue already.
Nice. So that should be fun. And next week, you got to give us your review of the overall,
Yeah.
see if it stuck the landing.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to wrapping this up. I think based on what I've read, I can't imagine he didn't stick the landing. Al Ewing, I think, is really one of the most solid writers right now. He's been cutting his name for the last few years, and Immortal Hulk is just going to be that shining jewel on his repertoire.
Nice. In regards to Fantagraphics, next Imagine, thank you for joining, buddy. Says this gives me hope they'll continue gradually reprinting some of their most desired out of print hardcovers and box sets, like the long out of print Charles Burns library hardcovers.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm I made the realization, and it's not something revolutionary what I'm going to say, but I made the realization a couple of months ago that every single book will eventually get reprinted. You just gotta
Hmm.
wait, and
Hmm.
that goes for manga, for comics, all that stuff.
Right.
Everything will be reprinted because we're at an age like they said a couple weeks ago that book sales were on the rise, and there's this new stats that people to this day, 2021, they still prefer physical books to digital material on tablets and all that stuff. So all the companies they know that they have to at some point reprint this stuff and they'll earn money. So it's a good thing for them. We just gotta wait because it's a bit of a
Yeah.
mess right now.
Well, and this coming from somebody that is pretty much all digital, you can't beat the feel of paper and the
Yeah.
experience of actually having something like that in your hand. I'm all digital simply for the sense of convenience and the space thing where I just can't have
Mhm.
50 or 60 omnibuses like some of the other guys on this show and some of the people in the group. I
50.
just
That's
can't.
a little too generous. I'd
I
say
know.
like 150.
Jesus, yeah. I know. I can't have that. The space is too much of a premium, and not
Yeah.
only that, man, it is such a pain in the ass to have to move and haul that stuff
Yeah.
into another place.
Can you
Oh,
imagine having to move 100 of those books, like the Justice League
mm,
Dark Omni, which is super thick? Imagine 100 of those books.
jeez.
Uh,
Well, Riley, imagine him having to haul all that Shonen Jump stuff into his new space, and then having to reorganize it and set it how he wants. Jeez, man. He's
yeah.
been talking about maybe moving again, and I'm like, geez, dude, I do not envy having to get all that stuff
Hmm.
out of there. Man, man.
Um, I was checking out an article in regards to Diamond,
Mm-hmm.
and it says that they are recovering from the ransomware attack. So it looks
Yeah.
like most of the bad stuff they got over, so everything should be on track. Maybe next week we won't have the same issue because I had to struggle a couple minutes ago looking for the freaking links because they do have them on the site. I just had to look manually at every single book by release date, and oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, I do not envy the people that do this for a living, updating these lists.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, before I share the previews links, which not a lot, but it's still some cool stuff that I think everybody will be interested in. Let me do the Lunar thing. I didn't haul anything, by the way, but I will talk about some reads a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
Lunar. So let's do this little preview segment here from Lunar. A bunch of single issues that nobody cares for, or at least in this show. Uh, I'm in the wrong date. What the hell? Sorry. My bad, guys. That was last week. Here we go. Because I saw the Catwoman. I'm like, I specifically remember talking about Catwoman with Jess last week. So I messed up. Here
Mm-hmm.
we go. All right. This is the big thing that everybody's excited for. This is Batman by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, Omnibus Hardcover Volume 2. Do you remember when the first Omnibus finally got announced and when it finally came out, everybody was so excited, and then we heard absolutely nothing about Volume 2, and everybody on the streams kept asking, man, where's Volume 2? Where's Volume 2? They finally announced it, and it's almost here. You can almost taste it. The finale of that spectacular New 52 run.
This feels about 4 years too late.
I know. Yes. This is a conversation for like 2018
Mm-hmm.
Omnibros.
Mm-hmm.
But here we have the second and final omnibus collection includes Batman 34 to 52, Batman Annual 3 and 4, Batman Futures End number 1, DC Sneak Peek Batman number 1. This was for Rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
Batman Last Night on Earth 1 through 3, and stories from Detective Comics number 27 and the 1000 issue. This is $125, but you can get it for less, much less, if you go to In Stock Trades. Yeah, and this isn't the final cover. I posted the cover in the actual thumbnail. It says
Mm-hmm.
Batman all across the side here, like the first one. It looks a little bit cooler. But yeah, finally coming out. I know a lot of people are excited for that.
This is, if you have the first one, this is absolutely an easy buy. If you don't have the first one, then I 100% recommend it. I do think the second half of this run is not as strong as the first half.
It's a little weaker. Yeah.
It's a bit weaker, especially when you start getting into the um Commissioner Gordon stuff. I know there's probably people in the chat that haven't read it, so I'll be vague. When you
Yeah.
start getting into kind of the second half where it starts dealing with Bloom and Commissioner
Hmm.
Gordon, specifically those arcs are not as strong as the first few arcs. I do think he redeems himself, and that final arc of this run is actually very strong, and it ends on a good note.
Yeah. And I have to admit I still haven't read Last Night on Earth, but I am
Hmm.
interested in checking it out.
Yeah. Plus, Capullo's art just gets better. Like there is
Oh
there's a very noticeable difference in when that run first starts and when he finishes, and he just gets better and better as it goes.
yeah. The 1000 issue is in it. It says here stories from it because I do remember those issues had multiple writers. So I think
Mm,
it just has the Snyder portion of
mm,
contribution of that issue.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it has the full 1,000 issue. Uh, Rose Gray. Here's heresy. Not buying Snyder Volume 1, number 2 Omni. Already own the hardcover.
Oh
I
wow.
have the trade paperbacks. I still have the series, the full 10 trades. I'm good with that. I'm not looking to upgrade, but it's going to be a solid Omni for DC fans, I think.
Oh yeah. No, that's gonna be a hit for DC fans.
And it's Batman. It's going to do extremely well as usual. And DC is going to be like, well, that does really well. We're not going to print anything else from any other superhero. So let's keep going.
Do you think is the first one in print?
It goes in and out. I think
It
it's
goes in.
still available.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
check.
probably going to be the same situation with this one. This one's probably going to go in and out of print too.
I think this should be an evergreen omnibus, to be honest with you.
I agree.
Batman New 52 Omnibus. Batman New 52 Omnibus is not in print. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't think it's in. I think it's out of stock. I don't know. I don't work there. I'm just
Yeah.
making entertaining guesses for you guys.
Yeah, this should definitely be a book where DC needs to keep this rotating in and out of print because it's it's I mentioned this before. It's definitely this generation's every generation. Batman specifically is weird to this. Every generation has their Batman writer and Batman artist. I think for us it was Jim Lee. Jim Lee was our Batman artist for the mid 2000s. Would you say?
Yeah.
Is that about? He was that guy. Greg Capullo for my brother is that generation's Batman artist.
Mm-hmm.
For Jess, it was Neil Adams. I believe it was Neil Adams. I'm really tired. And and for the guys in the '90s, man, who would you put that as in the '90s as the Batman artist?
Uh,
This would be a Gabe question.
yeah, because let me think for a second. Um, what's this guy's name? I have a name. I have a person in mind. And I can't remember the name. Give me a second. Yeah, I see what you mean. Every generation does have like a. Oh, that's a good one. Norm Brayfogle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the chat is saying that the first one is like 65 to $70 on Amazon right now. So there you go.
Oh, there you go. Good pickup.
But guys, for some reason, my Amazon is weird, and I've talked about it privately with the Omnibros. If I Google something, if I search for something, on Amazon, I never get the right listings, and it just shows me that it's not available. However, somebody gives me a link, I'll click on it, and it shows the Prime check mark, and it's in stock, and all that fun stuff. I'm like, what the hell? It happens with Blu-rays. It happens with comics, everything. I don't understand how to look on freaking Amazon. So I just rely on people posting links.
For the '80s, I think Brian Bolin. I think Brian Bolin is that definitive
that's
Batman artist for the '80s.
Yeah. Kelly Jones. That's very '90s with the Nightfall stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Batman had that hairy chest and everything like that. That's peak '90s, man. What do we got?
More Batman stuff. Batman, Catwoman, DC versus Vampire. No, these are all singles. Single issues. I think there was another book. Where was it? I lost it. This thing. Sandman Deluxe Edition Book 4 is coming out. The penultimate volume collects Sandman 51 through 69 and a story from Vertigo Jam number 1. So if you don't have the Omnibus or the Absolutes, this is a fun way to do it and collect an iconic series. However, do keep in mind, it has that very ugly sticker about the Audible series on it, I think. So that may be a bummer for you guys. I don't mind. It sucks, but it is what it is. I told Jess last week, I still don't know if I want to get these books because I only have the first 2 Absolutes, which I've read, and I want to finish the series. I've never finished Sandman, and all the freaking absolutes are out of print. I think one of them came back, and I'm like, do I keep waiting for everything to come back, or do I sell my two
Mhm.
absolutes and buy the deluxe editions? I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, there's been Sandman is an evergreen book. It's another Watchmen where DC will keep pumping them out.
Yeah,
This is probably the eighth version of this. There's the trades, there's the annotated,
there's
there's
a
the
box set.
omnibuses, there's the box set, the hardcovers, the omnibus. It just the absolutes. It just goes on and on and on. Which I think those absolutes for the Sandman are my
I,
favorite
yeah,
absolutes next to the Preacher absolutes.
yeah. I have, like I said, I have the first two, and they're gorgeous. I just need
Yeah.
to get more money to buy the rest when they show up.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The amount of craftsmanship and work that they put into those absolutes is, oh my god, and it's so many special features in those.
Hmm. Rick Nelson says the Audible sticker is annoying, but he prefers the deluxe editions over the Omnis. Omnis are just too big. That's what she said. But I agree with that. Sometimes Omnis are just too big.
Yeah, yeah. We've seen tons of them. There's the
Sa-
Invisibles.
oh yeah, that's a brick.
Yeah,
Saz Murph says you can make a case for Jim Aparo from 70s to 80s. Aparo Batman is awesome. I forgot about him.
you could. You very well could.
And next to Maginaut, I don't think there was a definitive 90s Batman artist. Ray Fogel and Aparo arguably defined the late 80s and early 90s, but from that point forward, it was a who's who of artists. I think that's why I was having trouble coming up with a name, because it's a little bit all over the place, the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So thank you, next to Maginaut. Um, what else? Do we have anything else here? No, that's it. So for DC, we only have the Sandman Deluxe Edition and the Omnibus from Snyder and Capullo. Pretty light week when it comes to DC.
Mm-hmm.
And get ready, guys. Let me stop sharing for a second here. Might as well go with the rest of the previews. Get ready because it's a super tiny, feeble week. Um, Previews. All right. So, in no particular order, it's a little bit jumbled. I do apologize. Um, from Marvel Comics, we have Iron Man Epic Collection trade paperback In the Hands of Evil. So this is coming out this week,
Mm-hmm.
collecting a bunch of issues. Iron Man 310 to 318, War Machine 8 through 10, Force Works 6 to 7, Iron Man Force Works Collector's Preview, and material from Marvel Comics present issues 169 to 172.
Hmm.
It's coming out. Another omnibus from Marvel we have here called Destroyer, Original Marvel Years Omnibus. Although it was listed, I already talked about it, but it was listed on, I don't know where the hell I saw it. I'll be honest with you because I know it says November 3rd, and I know it's out already. But it
Mm-hmm.
was the list I saw had it for this week. I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'll include it just in case, but I think it's already out. I don't collect cold, but yeah. So if you haven't seen this, and this is the first time you're looking at this omnibus, be happy. And if not, just erase the thought of the book from your mind and imagine this is the first time you're looking at it, and be
Mm-hmm.
happy with that. Um, EC Archives. This is from Dark Horse Comics. EC Archives Frontline Combat Hardcover Volume 3. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
And Enigma Definitive Edition hardcover from Peter Milligan. It's also coming out. Rat Queens from Image. We've got the deluxe hardcover volume 3. This has people have been waiting for this for a while because we haven't talked about Rat Queens in ages. I don't know
That
if you remember.
that book that book has had a very interesting history. If you know the situation with the creators and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Didn't so if I'm mistaken, didn't the original artist, they had that whole situation, I'm not gonna get into it here. Didn't he come back to the series? I think it was like 2 years ago.
I have no idea.
I
I
I could have swore I heard the original artist came back to the series, which the original artist was fantastic. He just happened to be a garbage human being. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Oh, losing you. Hello.
I'm here. Sorry. Froze up a little bit. My bad.
Okay, I'm just making sure you're still there.
What was the last thing you heard from me? Nothing.
Nothing. I
Okay.
had just mentioned about the original artist.
I did the series end, or is it still ongoing? I think it ended.
I
Right?
think it ended, and the thing is, I really like the original artist. That just he was a garbage human being.
Okay, so I'm looking here at the wiki article, and it says the first 8 issues were done by that dude, the
Mm-hmm.
Upchurch dude. Then
Mm-hmm.
Sajic took over for 2 issues. Then Fowler uh, did issues 11 through 16. Then Owen Gieni did, which is essentially volume 2, the 15 issues. And then Priscilla, I'm not even going to bother with her last name. I'm sorry, Priscilla, my bad. Uh, 16, it's still ongoing. 16 to now, present. Okay. I had no idea. I thought the series ended.
Yeah. I thought the series ended as well. You know, Rat Queens is a fun series, man. It's a really good series if you're into kind of D&D stuff, and it breaks the trends and stuff like that. It kind of reminds me. It came out around the same time that Skull Kickers came around. I don't know if you remember that book, and that was fun too.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was an image book. That was fun too.
Um, Also, funny thing, the series is no longer written by the creator, Curtis Weeb.
Really?
Now it's Ryan Ferrier who took over
Huh.
and resumed work on the series back in June 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, I started collecting it with the trade paperbacks, and I have like the first 3. And then when all that stuff happened with the original co-creator, I'm like, yeah, I don't care about this series anymore, and I forgot to keep reading it. So I never got the deluxe editions, but yeah, it's really fun, and it's a shame because the art was really good, the beginning
Mm-hmm.
art.
Yeah, it was very good. I loved what he was doing. It's like you said, it's just a shame.
And then we got Sajic. I think that was the first time I saw his art. I'm like, whoa, this is different.
Stefan Sejic.
Yeah,
Friend
however
of
you pronounce it, because I know he likes to troll people with his pronunciation. Um, Wait a minute. Oh, sorry, my bad. Sorry, guys. So, Deluxe Edition hardcover volume 3 collects Rat Queens volume 2 issues 11 through 20, plus the Neon Static Special and
Huh.
additional bonus content. I have no idea what that is, the Neon Static Special, but sounds good because I love neon colored things.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Uh, Next up, we've got from Dark Horse Sin City Deluxe hardcover volume 1, The Hard Goodbye, the 4th edition.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So this is coming out, and I do know the deluxe hardcover edition includes a portfolio with an exclusive print, a sketchbook with never before published development art, and a pinup gallery with art from wonderful people like Joyce Chin, Amanda Connor, Klaus Janson, Paul Pope, Philip Tan, and Gerardo Zaffino. Including a brand new original cover by Frank Miller, and yeah, that's it. So it's a new edition with a bunch of goodies. If you don't own Sin City, now's a good chance to get a new hardcover for it.
And they keep mining the same wells over and over again.
Yep. Let's see, $100. It's not that bad. It's
Nah,
oversized hardcover, and you get a solid story. So
it's more manageable than the omnibus was.
yeah, yeah. Also from Dark Horse, we're getting Stranger Things Library Edition Volume 2
Mm.
hardcover. If you're into the Stranger Things comics, Cats Perfect Strangers. See what I did there? Um, this collects 3 of the original 6 French albums. This looks sweet. If you like cat stories, you're going to be right at home with that.
Oh my god! Yeah, I just had a Vietnam flashback to watching Cats in the theater.
Here it says, grow up with these quirky cats and share in all the excitement and fun that comes with raising a cat.
No.
By Frederick Bremaud, I don't know, I'm sorry, and artist Paola Antista. And I think this is the last one I got here. Mafiosa from Sunshine Barbito, Alessia Alfano, Deborah Carita, and Jenny Frison doing the covers.
Cool.
This is also coming out from Dark Horse. And that's all I got, folks. I couldn't find anything else.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't, I guess I should say it now. I was going to say tomorrow, but Thursday's show, we're not going to do it because it's Thanksgiving. I'm going to do it on Friday, and I'm going to go over the manga releases for the. Am I doing manga releases? Yeah, it's the last show. Manga releases for the month of December. That's what I'm doing. So get in the holiday mood and like a little shopping guide. We can go over some deals. Anyways, that's all I got for previews. I couldn't find anything else. Somebody in the chat, I can't remember, I can't see the comment, suggested going over DCBS, but I don't know how to work that site. I don't use it, so apologies. Previews it is. That's all I got, folks.
That is insanely light for this week. Considering this is Black Friday week, also, you would think they'd be dropping some stuff this week. So we could take advantage of it.
I don't know. Enigma Definitive, blah, blah, blah. Enigma Definitive Edition. I highlighted that. Yeah. Stranger Things Library Edition as well. I did. Want to go over them again? I got you a teeth. Don't worry.
Run it back, Gio. We'll start.
Yeah. Let me do that. A quick run through of what I just highlighted, just in case for everybody joining. Thank you, Atit. Dang it. All right. Mafiosa. Cats Perfect Strangers. Trade paperback.
It's my pick.
Here's Stranger Things Library Edition Hardcover Volume 2. Sin City Hardcover. The Hard Goodbye. Or Deluxe Edition Hardcover. Rat Queens Deluxe Hardcover. Volume 3. Here's Enigma Definitive Edition. I should read this. With a brand new cover by Duncan Fegredo and a treasure trove of nearly 50 pages of extras, including development art, color sketches, and behind-the-scenes notes into the making of this celebrated story. Enigma, I'm pretty sure people are going to pick that up. EC Archives Frontline Combat, Volume 3. Not this, sorry. Iron Man Epic Collection In the Hands of Evil. And don't forget, I'm sure there's more Marvel books, because I know Omar gets all the Marvel trades and talks about them or whatever, I don't know. But that's the one I found, so be happy with what I showed you. And the other thing was the Sandman Deluxe Edition Hardcover 4 and Batman Omnibus Volume 2, New 52. So, yeah. As for... Oh, here's a cool question. I can talk about this. Wait a minute. Everything's been delayed. Oh, it's Heat. See, now I'm an idiot. He said listing things I want. Sorry, buddy. Here I was like, oh, you didn't see the thing that I did, my little presentation. I gotta go back.
It's all right, man.
Everything's been delayed. That's true. There were originally like 7 Omnis I wanted coming out this month, and almost all of them got pushed back. Yeah, baby. It's going to be 2022. That's going to be the apocalyptic year for purchases.
Oh, my God.
Speaking of Black Friday, I put this girl on Saga. Any suggestions on what I can put her on next?
I got to be honest. I've read this, and I had like 13 dirty jokes that came across my mind. I'm not going to say any of them because I'm going to be a good person today and a good host.
Keep it PG.
I'm going to be good. I'll behave.
Suggestions. What do you got?
Saga, man. I mean, without knowing her, Is she into manga? I need a little bit more information on her.
Paper Girls.
Paper Girls is good. Yeah, Brian K. Vaughan. Paper Girls is very good.
Godzilla. Why not? I'm just gonna recommend stuff I like, Carl. I'm sorry. Everybody should like Godzilla. If she likes manga or she likes fantasy series, maybe try reading The Ancient Magus Bride, which is kind of a
so good. So good.
Potter-esque dark fantasy story.
It's fun.
With a little romance. Saga was like the first graphic novel she's read.
Oh.
Well, keep that in mind. Everybody should read Godzilla at one point in their lives. I'm looking at my collection. Paper Girls. Paper Girls. Go with Paper Girls. Yeah.
Paper Girls is a really good show. I was gonna say Sandman, but I think that might be a bit too much.
Yeah.
Kind of throwing her.
Get the Fables compendiums.
Fables.
Likes it.
Yeah, no, Fables is a great choice.
Lock and Key. You can get the trade paperbacks for that.
Yeah, if she's into horror, she might like Lock and Key. Sweet Tooth is really good as well if she's into kind of post-apocalyptic stories. I mean, if you,
yeah,
you can go if she loves romance, you could go with Blankets or Habibi.
Nice.
By Craig Thompson.
Yeah. Castle in the Sky, something.
Mm-hmm.
The castle book with the kid that goes up into the sky and travels to Mars.
Yeah. I mean, also, what are some interesting films? Because usually films and books kind of go hand in hand as far as interest goes. So maybe something like that would help us in order to kind of steer him in the right direction.
Blankets was the first and only one she read. She really liked it. Wait, Shirley Larson, are you related to Carl? Because
apparently they know each other.
The comment reads like it's Carl answering. I thought that was funny. I'm sure he's a completely separate person, but I thought it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think Battle Angel still remains a great gateway manga. I have to admit, I've never read the entirety of Battle Angel, just a little bit online.
Yeah.
But I do recommend it, or watch the movie. If you like the movie, you'll want to read the books.
And without knowing her, I mean, My Hero Academia is really popular still.
My Hero Macadamia, yes.
Demon Slayer, if you want to go with the stuff that's really blowing up right now.
I'm two places at once, like MF Doom. Nice. Sasmurf is surprised I haven't recommended Aquaman.
Damn.
If I were to recommend an Aquaman book, it'd have to be the Kelly Sue DeConnick run. I think that and Rebirth are easier for, I don't want to sound sexist, for women to read. Because I think the New 52, while it's great, it's a little bit too heavy on the macho testosterone dude, you know? But the Rebirth has some really cool stuff. Mira has a lot to do in that, and Dolphin was great. And the Kelly Sue DeConnick run I thought was really fun too.
Okay.
Or you can read Justice League Dark. I love Satana, and she's great in that. Especially in the Rebirth run with Alan Moore looking Swamp Thing, that's great. And an evil Wonder Woman when she gets possessed in the little crossover, that was really fun too.
I Vampire.
I don't know how to say Swordmaster and Arrow, or however you say it, the two new series from Marvel that started like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Those are fun.
Berserk. You know, everybody loves Berserk.
Depends on your tolerance for crazy demons and blood and violence, but yeah.
Do not give her Berserk.
I appreciate all the suggestions, like for real. It is a lot of help. I was actually considering Lady Killer for the art style. Is that the Joel Jones book?
I believe so, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good
That's a
one.
good one. That's a good choice.
Abnett Runs really needs an Omni. Crazed Cass. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna butcher your name. Cassowary. Abnett's Run. Yes, every Aquaman book needs an omnibus treatment. My
You
dude.
know, there was that Batgirl book that came out. It was either this year or last year, and Jess really recommended it. It's
Batgirl. Which one?
I forgot the name of it. It's
Batgirl.
not
The
Barb's Under the Cowl. It's
Stephanie Brown.
yeah,
The Brian Q. Miller run,
I think that
which
was
is
it.
collected in 3 trades, and I think they're all out of print. But I believe it came back for a reprinting or something like that, or a new edition. I
I don't
might
remember
be
the name of it.
mistaken, but that is a fun series. I always said that should have been um, Burnside Babs because I was
Shadow. Oh, sorry, man.
no, it's okay. Go ahead.
The book I was thinking about was Shadow of the Batgirl. That's really
Oh,
good.
with Cassandra.
Yeah,
There you go.
that was really
I,
good.
I always thought that instead of doing Burnside Babs, it should have been Stephanie Brown in that book, and not de aging Barbara to a tween in college. It was weird. I love the outfit, but everything else was just okay.
Yeah.
I much prefer Stephanie Brown in that type of role as Batgirl. Marshall, you break my heart. Berserk was a fail, to be honest. I had hope in it. Man, how much did you read for it? Of it, sorry.
The first 3 volumes of Berserk are okay. Then you get into the good stuff.
Yeah, after volume 4 of the original
Hmm.
smaller volumes, that's when
Hmm.
the fun starts, man. It's
That's when
really
it starts.
dramatic. And, there are a lot of heavy themes, and honestly, a lot of people will say, like we're talking about the Golden Age stuff.
Hmm.
I much prefer the other stuff that happens next. The Golden Age arc is one of the legendary manga arcs, but the
Hmm.
stuff after that, I absolutely love it. The Millennium Falcon storyline, I
Hmm.
absolutely love it, and the fantasy aspects that come after that,
Hmm.
fantastic. Shirky's one of my favorite characters from the show, from the series. Sorry.
Hey, now that we're kind of distanced and we're far enough from his passing, will they finish it? I know I've asked you this a few months ago, but now that we're even farther away, do you think they'll come back and finish this,
Uh,
or they'll let it be?
I think I think we're gonna keep on waiting for another 6 months because
Man.
they released a chapter which was the worst possible cliffhanger. I was
It was
so
his,
mad
it was his
and
last
sad. I
chapter.
was mad and sad when I read the final chapter
Yeah.
that Miuta worked on. Because it's a beautiful chapter and it sets up so many things and it leaves you
Mhm.
wondering about so many plot threads. It was just a massive cliffhanger, and we don't know. They haven't said anything. They're still working that out, and I do know that the manga that his team was working on, Darunki or however you pronounce it, that ended. They canceled that. So I don't know if the staff is going to try and do something with Berserk.
Mhm.
A lot of people want it to continue, myself included. If it
Yeah.
doesn't, it is what it is. But I think my original idea was to write light novels with illustrations by the team,
Yeah.
and maybe was that you or was that me?
That was me. Don't worry
That
about
was
it.
you. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe they have notes of where the story could go, left by
Mhm.
the author, and they could write out a light novel, which is just essentially a prose book with random illustrations.
Yeah.
That would be my preferred method, and you don't have to talk about measuring up to the original and like all this stuff and disappointing the fandom. I don't know. I'm okay with whatever they choose, but personally, I would love for it to continue.
Yeah, I think that would probably be the best way to go about it. I'm sure I'm sure somebody on his team knew where the series was going to go and
Yeah.
how he was going to end it and stuff like that.
Usually, yeah. No, go ahead. Sorry.
Or maybe in 10 years, or 10, 15, who knows? Maybe in a few years, they'll release a book celebrating his work and his life, and you'll get notes and you'll see, okay, this is basically where he was going to go with the story. And that'll provide some closure to fans.
Yeah. Or maybe a couple years later, they do anime based
Yeah.
on the notes and or the like Carl says here, the mapping of the story, and we get a nice what if or something like that. Get the brain trust to work out a plausible what if scenario on how
Mhm.
the story could end, because the setup was already there. It was already going into that final arc, and you knew where everything was headed, but you still
Mhm.
wanted to see it because there are a lot of stuff that you want to see when it comes to Berserk and certain fights and characters and all that stuff that didn't happen.
Yeah. Damn shame.
And a good friend of the show, Gabe Loves 90s Comics, where
Hey,
all the
Gabe.
thumbs at? Hit the like button, guys.
Hey, Gabe. How's it going, man?
Thank you for watching, buddy.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. It's going to be one of those things where I know a lot of fans will always be wondering, damn, I wonder how it would end. So I think, I mean, it
Marshall.
would provide a lot of closure.
Marshall, I got you. Don't worry, buddy. He likes laugh good stories. Berserk is super dark.
It
Old,
does.
but just reading it now, it gets too out there.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. And I totally get it. Nothing wrong with that. It's just, I really like it. So it's fun to joke around like, oh, why didn't you like it? I get it. People are super happy that the No Longer Human manga is coming back into print. I'm not going to read that. That is depression on a book. I don't want that in my life. I read the Ito version, and even that was super sad. I can't imagine that one, the original from Furuya, which is extremely sadder and more
Mhm.
macabre and depressing. No, I'm good. I need some color in my life, not that
Mhm.
dark, depressing stuff.
Mhm.
Carl N says the question should be should Nightwing date Oracle or Starfire?
Oracle.
Uh, I guess. I don't know. I don't really have an answer,
Yeah, it's Oracle.
but Oracle's awesome. Same with Starfire. They're both great. Next, Imaginon says to both of us, my girlfriend doesn't hold a ton of interest in mainstream serialized comics, but she also very much took to
Hmm.
Shade the Changing Girl and Paper Girls. What does FWIW mean? For winning interesting women own. I don't know what that means. Sorry. That he left notes for the remainder of the series. I think yes, definitely black and white's black and white or be. I don't. I'm all over the place.
Between?
BW, size of his operation, the popularity of the property, and the amount of money they'd otherwise be leaving on the table. Berserk is a huge IP.
No, baby, it's just B slash
Slash
W.
W. What is that?
That's what I said. I think it's between.
Between.
Right, it does.
Okay. Oh, and
Uh,
for what it's worth, I am so bad with the acronyms and all that stuff. Thank you.
yeah, me too.
For what it's worth. For what it's worth. I got it. I got it, Chad. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
It's between before we start getting spam. Yeah, there it is.
Between.
There it is.
There we go. Nice. All right. NFL dude says read Tezuka's Buddha if you want a serious story with a lighthearted mask.
Hmm.
That's something I've always wanted to read. I don't know a lot about Tezuka aside from Astro Boy,
Yeah.
Dororo, and Kimba the White Lion, and the more lighthearted works. But stuff like Buddha, I've never read.
Which, hey, Disney owes the Tezuka estate a fucking check for that Kimba the White Lion story.
Apparently, people get really touchy on that subject because I saw a video on it and people were mad. I'm like, nah, it's not like you're thinking. The IP theft isn't.
Uh-huh.
It's just a coincidence. I'm like, okay,
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying. One has a lion, the other one has a white lion, and they came around. I don't know. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I forgot to talk about this. I started reading Gantz. I finished yesterday. Yesterday? Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
This one, the first 3-in-1 Omnibus edition. I forgot how raunchy this is and how amazingly badass it is at the same time. Because there is a lot of not safe for work content in here, and not just blood, but some nudity as well, which I was not expecting.
Mm.
I knew, excuse me, I knew going in because I know the whole story. It was spoiled to me by accident because I watched a whole video detailing the plot, so I know what happens. But I've never read the entirety of the series. But yeah, super interesting. If you are into the whole battle, what do you call it? Like the Squid Game stuff.
Yeah.
It's not battle royale. It's battle death game or whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna like Gantz, right? Because they get pulled from near death and they're tasked in this deadly game to hunt down aliens, and you get really. I think I can show it. It's a fake drawing, so we're not gonna get censored. But you get bloody stuff like this. This is pretty freaking brutal. There's the Onion Man, which I think he looks a lot like Freddy Krueger. I don't know if that was intentional,
Cool.
but I thought it was really badass. And I mean, you get fan service like this a whole lot, especially with the chapter images right there. But I think that's on purpose with the soul girl main character. But that dude was freaky, and I like the idea of you don't know what the hell's going on, and you're just thrown into the mix of this life and death scenario game with all the characters. So enjoyed this, and I'm gonna start volume two pretty soon.
Okay.
Sudden death? No, not sudden death. Like what do they call it? Let me Google this. Sorry. There's a term for it, and I've used it in the past, but now I'm a mess and I can't remember. Sorry, guys. Squid Game survival drama. Thank you. A survival drama. If you like Squid Games, if you like Alice in Borderland, I think it's called, uh, Gantz, check it out. It's getting a live action Hollywood movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Did you see they're doing the live Jesus Christ. Did you see they're doing a US version of Train to Busan?
dumb idea.
The Last Train to New York is what it's called, or something like that.
Yeah, no.
It's a terrible idea.
There's no, there's no need.
There's
Why are
there's
you
no
doing this?
need. There's no need. The only solace that I have in this is that Timo is the one that's doing it. Timo did The Night Comes for You. He fucking crushed that movie. It was so good.
Yeah.
That's the only solace that I have that this will be good. But we don't need a Train to Busan movie, a remake. The first one's
Yeah.
great.
Yep.
The
American
second,
remake.
the second movie's not that good, from what I've heard.
The Peninsula.
Yeah, I heard Peninsula's not that good.
Yeah. November. The film was Last Train to New York. I don't have this obsession to if it's a Korean drama and it's successful, we got to remake the thing.
I don't get it. I don't get. And wait for it. You will see a U.S. version of Squid Games eventually.
Yeah. They're gonna make it happen somehow.
Huh?
NFL dude, thank you. Yes, this is what I was getting at. I've seen some Kimba. Lion King is nothing like it. There are some visual similarities, but if you look and read the book, it's different. It's just a visual thing that the two lions, and you can make a case for that as well. But like people get really picky about that when you talk about it on AnyTuber and Twitter and stuff like that. Disney owes the Koike and Kojima estate a check for inspiring Mandalorian. If you go down that route, with Lone Wolf and Cub,
Lone Wolf and Cub, yeah.
By the way, anyone read that Batman Fortnite? That seems like a bit of a reach, but it may be interesting or terrible. I heard it's not the greatest thing, but I heard it's not terrible. And I think the hardcover book has the Fortnite codes, So if you have that and you want to
Yeah.
gift it this holiday to a kid, you can be like, "Here, kid, have the codes, not the book, but keep the codes right there on the back." That's a great
I
gift for young kids.
Man, I've talked about Fortnite before. I just don't get it. I'm too old. I guess I'm too old for it. I've tried playing it and just instantly died 5 minutes into it. And I'm like, yeah, this isn't fun.
I started playing it. I think I've said this before on this channel. I started playing it on my cell phone, and apparently, all the crazy Fortnite dudes hate mobile players. So when they spot one, they immediately go after him, and that's what happened to me. I lasted like 2 minutes. I spawned, got killed. Spawned, died. Spawned, got taken out. I'm like, I'm done. I don't get this, and I don't like the building mechanic. I'm too old for this shit. So I just closed it.
Dude, I have learned that in my age right now, I just don't play multiplayer games anymore. I just don't. The level of skill is so high, and I just don't have the time to invest to get that good anymore. It's not fun to me. I'll just play single player stuff.
Here's a fun question. What books, movies, or games do you want to see go on sale during Black Friday that everyone should keep an eye out for? Let's do
Man.
books first. Let's do all three. Books,
Okay.
movies, and games. We can close out on that because I can't stay for too long. Any books, movies, or games you want to see go on sale during Black Friday? Give me a second here. I think everybody should pick out. I don't know if you know, but the Doom 4K got announced.
Really? When does that
Yeah,
come out?
that is coming out January 11th,
I'm gonna need to
and it
get.
has a regular cover and a steelbook.
No, I'm getting the steelbook.
The steelbook is the Doom, the actual sand dune. It looks
Cool.
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 No sandworm though.
Ah.
Let's see. The Superman complete animated series is on sale for like $40 if you're interested.
Ooh.
If you guys are interested, the full series on Blu-ray. The Green Knight, the Blu-ray is on sale for $8, and the 4K is going for 10.
Still need to watch that.
Mortal Kombat for $10. I never saw that movie, by the way.
Too expensive.
For Mortal Kombat,
Yeah, for $10. Still too expensive.
yeah. I'm a little annoyed that I paid full price for the Justice League Zack Snyder cut about
Oh.
4K, and it's on sale for $9.
Damn.
I'm like, yeah, well, I didn't pay for it. It was a birthday gift, but still,
Yeah.
like I should have waited because I always wait for deals, but I was a sucker. Games, you got to get Shin Megami Tensei. You got to get, I think Paper Mario's on sale, and I think let me check real quick on Twitter because I saw a list of discounted games for Switch. That's my jam.
Yeah, that would be more on my. I mean, I grabbed Guardians because of you. Thank you, Gio. It was on sale, so I'm like, yeah, definitely picking that up.
Yeah, Guardians is on sale physically and digitally. You can grab it. If you're a comic book fan and a Marvel fan, you got to get Guardians because it's
like, so good.
Spider-Man, which is great on the PS4,
Yeah.
and now you get Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
Give me a second here, guys. Pokemon is always a great thing, but we're looking for sales. Okay, so sales for Switch that I recommend. Astral Chain is on sale for $25.
It's fun.
Super Mario Maker for $30, which is great. Paper Mario is going for 27.
Where?
I just finished that finally, and it's fantastic.
Where's that at?
GameStop.
No, I'm good. I won't. No, don't. Not worth it. Not worth going in there.
I think you can get it online though.
That would be worth it.
Yeah.
I haven't set foot in a GameStop in about 5 years, and thank God for that.
Xenoblade Chronicles is going for $25. Fire Emblem for 25. It's pretty good. Get Paper Mario. The combat system, I don't like it, but the story was solid all the way through. And movie, Movies. My recommendation is The Green Knight, 4K. It's going for $10 on Amazon. Oh, and they recently announced the Batman series, not the Batman animated series, but the Batman from the early odds. That is one of my all-time favorite, underrated comic book TV shows or animated shows. I
Mm.
love that so much. You get fantastic, cool remakes, redesigns for all the villains. Batgirl and Robin show up. You get the Justice League eventually. The final season, they set up the Justice League and a wonderful Batman Superman crossover. It has one of my favorite versions of Bane. He's so ridiculous in that. Let me highlight this. You remember the Bane that I'm talking about?
I vaguely.
Hold on. Hold on. He doesn't look what you would imagine. Oh, let me get the full villain list. The Batman
See, the
villain.
problem is that because of the Harley Quinn series, they've ruined Bane for me, and I just keep thinking of the Harley Quinn version of Bane that
Oh
is
yeah,
doing that Tom Hardy voice.
yeah. Shit, where is it? Uh,
I always get the Batman series mixed up with the Rastafarian one, with the one with the Rastafarian Joker.
that's the Batman. Yeah.
Is that the one? Okay, I'm thinking about something else.
I'm just gonna share my Google image here. So I was looking for Jeff Matsuda images, but I can't find the one I'm looking for. So we're gonna look at all of them together.
That was a good series, man.
Yeah. Give me a second here. Internet's all kind of wacky right now. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Okay.
Carl, and you two, you are not kidding. So, the few years ago, when I went to GameStop, I forgot what game it was. I went to pick it up. I went to pick up a game, and I was like, "Oh, cool! You guys have it brand new. You don't have it used." They're like, "Yeah, we've got it brand new." I'm like, "All right, sweet." The fucking nerd behind the counter grabs the case off of the display, takes the disc out from a sleeve that he had behind the counter, and he puts it inside, and he goes, "It's brand new." Like, are you? Wait, hold on. You told me it's brand new. It's open clearly. He goes, "Oh, that's just the display. It's technically brand new." I'm like, "No, it's not. No, it's fucking not. It's not sealed." If,
Damn
if I
it.
were,
I'll be right back. Give me a second here. I'll be
yeah,
right back.
yeah, I was like, if I were to do the same thing too, I would lose about $30 to do the trade in or whatever. I gave up on that store a long time ago. Come on, Lewis. Do you want to pay for scratch protection on the disc? What would you like to pre-order? I'm good. Guardians isn't on sale on PC. Yeah, hey.
What
Oh,
the hell's going on? Look,
what is going on? I've got double GO right now.
I don't know. There we go.
There it is.
What is happening? Because my Chrome window just froze. I could still see everything and interact with everybody, but I couldn't click on anything, so I just closed everything.
Geo is now MF Doom.
That's right. Let's see
That's
if I can do
great.
this again. All right. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, man.
I really love this version of Batman. It was fun, and the comics, it was very stylized. This was the
Mhm.
equivalent of having Humberto Ramos for the first time on Spider-Man, where it's so different from what you're used to that some
Yep.
people that aren't open to new ideas are probably going to hate it, but then come around. It was like that when it was first started, when it first started airing. But it had great versions of the characters,
Mhm. It was fun.
and the Joker was awesome. You can see right here. And here's a villain shot, but I can't see Bane here, and that's the one I'm looking for. Oh, here it is. Here's Bane. Look at that. Roided out monster right there. He's awesome. And the voice actor for him, he was really good too.
That was
So
a
this
fun
series,
series.
yeah, this series lasted for 5 seasons, and it had a vampire movie called Batman versus Dracula, which was great.
Mhm.
But the full series comes out on Blu-ray. I recommend getting that. Comes out next year. Yeah. Let's see if I can recommend anything else. What was the other thing that James said? Books, movies, or games? For books, the slipcase that hasn't come out yet. That got delayed. Once in Future, is that the one that's coming out
Yeah,
from Dan
yeah,
Mora and gang?
yeah. That's Kieran Gillen, isn't it?
Karen Gillan, yeah,
Yeah,
get that. I recommend that. I'm
that's
pretty
good.
sure you're going to be able to get it. I don't think it's going to be that hard to find.
Hmm. Yeah, I was talking to my wife the other day. I was like, "You want to go Black Friday shopping?" She started laughing. I'm like, "Okay, I guess that's not happening." She's like, "Can't we just do it online?" I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. Let's just do that."
Night of Fun on TikTok. The stream was just playing on my iPad. I read this as iPod. I'm like, damn, son, that's vintage.
Wow.
iPad on mute while I was at work doing a meeting with my team. Hi, team. Night of Fun on TikTok. He's a great dude. Don't fire him for watching us.
Dude, have you ever done Black Friday shopping? Like actually go into the mall? Oh my god, man. That is a
But
mess.
I've never looked for the things that people go crazy for, like the
Okay.
TVs and stuff like that. I always look for other appliances and movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, and here's a little tip for everybody out there that's going Black Friday shopping and is looking for a TV. The TVs that are dirt cheap in the center of the aisle, they're the worst TVs you could probably buy. I mean, granted, you getting a deal, but they put them there at the front of the store because people will impulsively snatch them. They're terrible TVs. You are not getting your money's worth even at that discounted price.
Yeah.
It's the sad reality of it, and it's a damn shame. I once saw a lady punch another lady out in Black Friday shopping over a pot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you know this brand of television? Give me a second. I'm going to share my screen again. Oh, this is too big. Wait. Okay. A couple years ago, maybe like 5 years ago, this was all the rage. Look at this.
Wow.
Funai LED TVs. People were going crazy for this because it was like $100 or something stupid like that. Guess what? It's a really crappy TV, guys. That's the whole
Yeah.
point. And people went nuts going after the Funai. I'd never heard of that brand in my life until that Black Friday. I'm like, what the hell's a Funai? Oh, it's a cheap LED made in China. Okay.
I I always tell people go if you got the scratch. I always tell people go OLED or go with Samsung QLED. Just one or the other. You're not going to be missing out. If you want to go budget, get a TCL. That's what I always tell people.
Yeah. Oh my God. Shorty is writing Funai. Now I'm thinking, we're gonna get some hate from actual Funai enthusiasts. They're gonna be like, "Excuse me, Funai TVs are wonderful." I apologize, Funai
There's gonna
lovers.
be there's gonna be a fan out there.
If ISC is having a Black Friday sale, what about Amazon? All the big sites are gonna have stuff. I'm pretty sure ISC is gonna have some deals. Which
Mm.
Caesar, thank you for reminding me that this stream is sponsored by the fabulous folks at InStockTrades.com. IST, your home for all things collected editions, whether it be an omnibus, a trade paperback, hardcover, manga, all that fun stuff. You get it at IST, man. All that fun stuff. Great deals. Right now, up to 60% off. They have some awesome books on sale. You might want to check it out. Even though the graphic here is a little bit outdated, but still, go check it out. They got some killer deals. And, new releases every week. So, if you get a couple books, you get the loyalty discounts, adding 2% to your discounts already. Fantastic customer service and wonderful packaging at InStockTrades.com.
Hey,
Thank you, IST.
yeah, man.
A couple more questions before. No mouth harp. I don't got one. Sorry. We went over this, guys. I don't have one. I do want it just for the lulz, but not for this show. That's a Jess thing.
I feel
He's
like
got that
just
trademark, and I don't want him to sue me.
I feel like just cracks his teeth on that thing every single time he
I've
uses
seen
it.
people get injured by him, and yeah, I can see that happening.
Hmm.
Are you telling me my Shasurzimson TV that I got last Black Friday is crappy?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
NFL Dude says, I worked at Toys R Us during Black Friday. We ran out of
Oh,
boxes for shipping online orders, so our manager forced us to use shipment boxes the products come in. Wow. Can you
bless
imagine
your
all the people
heart.
rushing to get a toy?
Dude, I worked Timberland, the clothing and sneaker and the boot store
Yeah.
for one Black Friday. I will never work a retail Black Friday day again.
Oof.
Oh my god, that was horrible. I had to come in Thanksgiving night. Here's the thing. The manager wanted us to come in earlier. We were originally scheduled to come in at 10 o'clock. He's like, hey, guess what? I got the approval from higher ups to start opening at 7. We all went, hey, guess what? We're not coming in at 7. We're coming in at 10 o'clock when we're scheduled to come in. So my shift was 10 to 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
I hated working that shift from 10 to 5 in the morning. Oh, God. You never work Black Friday, right, baby? No. She said, hell no. Okay, she got lucky.
Shorty Larson, take one for the team. My dude, I just checked on eBay mouth harps. These things are expensive. 49, 43, 50 bucks. I ain't spending no 50 bucks on a mouth harp
For a joke.
for a joke. No.
That Jess spent $50 on a mouth harp for a joke.
Mouth harp online soundbite. I'm going to do that.
There you go.
There has to be a soundbite. Let's see. Wait, give me a second here. We can close that with some sound effects. There we go. Enjoy that. Can you hear it?
Yep.
Play it again. Enjoy.
There we go. Hey, have you ever worked a retail gig?
No. Thank
No?
God. No.
Oh, man. Lucky. Jeez.
Looking for a super chat, a $50 super chat. I mean, I'm not gonna do that. But if you want to make a donation, I'm not gonna say no to that. You know, can't turn away some money. You know.
First gig I ever worked was McDonald's. Hated working at McDonald's.
Oh, I can imagine.
You seem to have dodged all the stereotypical teenage jobs, man. Lucky you.
Yep. I think the earliest work I did was at a library, which was super nerdy.
Lucky.
A lot of people that have never read books in their entire life, they came in looking for cliff notes for schoolwork. I'm like, it's not that kind of library. You could get regular books, not cliff notes. Carl N. And little known fact, the Wu-Tang Clan exists in the MCU. Wu-Tang for the comics. Really? I didn't know that.
That's cool.
All right, gang. Sadly, that's about it. That's it for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to the chat for this crazy random episode. Jess will be back next week. Yeah, because Thursday is moving to Friday, and it's manga themed, so you'll see him next week. Taking a little bit of a rest. We'll be back Wednesday talking about whatever it is we're going to talk about, which is comics,
current events, news,
movies, video games, all that fun stuff. And Thursday, which is Thanksgiving, there's not going to be a show. So happy Thanksgiving and all that fun stuff. We'll do it on Black Friday, talking about manga and stuff to buy for the holidays. Lou, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me at Comics Guide 101 on Twitter and Comics Guide 101 on YouTube, where you can see an archive of old videos.
Yeah, baby. Take care, everybody. Yes, that's very important. If you want classic movies, like Criterion sale is going on right now, all the month throughout the month of November, and Amazon is price matching. So if you don't buy at Barnes and Nobles, go to Amazon too, and or Blu-ray.com, and you can find the deals there. So thank you, everybody. You can find me on my channel. We can geek them, talk about anime and manga. That's a week in geekdom. That's it for us. Thank you to our sponsor, In Stock Trades. Thank you to you guys for supporting the show. It really means a lot. If you're watching this later, tell us what you picked up on this week of releases. Very interested in finding out. That's it. Stay safe, everybody. Buy a mouth harp. Get some retail stuff from Toys R Us and McDonald's, and we'll catch you on the next video. Ooh, see ya.